we're now going to have to laud Liam Delap, your pal. We both got Liam Delap as the first goal scorer at Portman Road in the Premier League for 22 years. And my goodness, what a rip snorter of a goal that was. What was your view of it? Because I'm ashamed to say that AJ and I completely broke Pressbrook's protocol in that. And this is the first time I've ever done this at any sporting event I've ever covered. Actually high-fived AJ after that goal. I was that buzzing. What was it like for you? Did you get a good view of it?
Yeah, pretty good view. In terms of getting the picture, not so much because the defender's arse was in the way. But yeah, it was one hell of a strike, and that atmosphere when that went in as well. Just if there was like a meter to like register that, I'm sure that would have broke it. Because what a strike, and he had to do a lot of the hard work. Lee Davis' first assist of the Premier League, which is good, but Liam Delap had to do most of the work. And he's shown that already. Like at Liverpool, he did that like massive break, didn't he, in the first half against them? Obviously, Kwanzaa had a bit of a bad day at the office when he got substituted at half time. But yeah, Delap, mate, I said in our preview show, I just something about him in pre-season. He really just showed what he can do, and he's really stepped up already. Just his burst of pace, and he's just that complete striker. And McKenna saw something in him. Obviously, we spent a lot of money on him. A lot of people were going, he's not really played in the Premier League before. He's had loan spells at Hull and Stoke and that, but he's now arrived in the Premier League and his first goal, and it's an absolute screamer. So well done, Liam Delap.
Yeah, I mean, Leif Davis gets his first assist there, and it will be one of the easiest assists he'll ever get. Essentially, just passed it to Liam Delap, went rumbling forward like a runaway train, proper battering ram, isn't he? And then just absolutely spanked the ball, didn't he, AJ? It was, and we were right in line with it as well. As it kind of went into the net. It was just a brilliant goal, a brilliant moment. As Ross said, the stadium completely exploded and didn't stop rumbling really until Fulham equalised. And I thought his all-round game was fantastic. He's so strong and so kind of physically imposing. To be doing that stuff against Premier League defenders, just really, really impressive.
Yeah, I owe Ross an apology here because we've had quite a few discussions about Liam Delap, and I'll be honest, even up until the last few weeks, I've said I'm not totally convinced. I've seen bits that I'm a little bit not concerned about, but think, is that a weakness to his game? Is that something? No, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. Absolutely. I thought he was immense, and he was really good against Liverpool. He was pretty good given the circumstances against former club Man City, and then in this one, just unbelievable in terms of his overall play. It was obviously the goal. The fact that he got so much pace on a shot, and that's a hard shot to take. It's a difficult angle. You're far out. You've got defenders all over, and he's hit it hard enough that a very experienced goalkeeper in Bernd Leno gets a hand to it, and it just flies in off his hands. It's that much power on it. So, I mean, that's the shot and the goal. But outside of that, his overall play, the strength. I mean, in the build-up to the goal, he shrugs off a defender, just pushes past him to open up the space. There's loads of other moments where he gets the ball, and I think he almost like invites players to come at him. He wants the defenders. He wants the defenders to kind of come around him and make it harder for him, because it takes the pressure off the others of his teammates, and then that opens up the space. You can see there's one bit where I think the ball comes to him in the box. I think this might be in the second half. And he has about 3 defenders that come towards him, and he just holds them off. He's got them all around his back, and he just shrugs them all off. And he can then turn his man and shoot. He can turn his man and set someone up. That's really important for a Kieran McKenna striker. We know that George Hurst can do that. And he's, for someone that also isn't that tall, like he's not above 6 foot, I don't think. I think he's about 5'10", 5'11", something like that. He's built big. Yeah. He really is. So a lot of characteristics that I like. I think maybe
he's 6'1" on Wikipedia, but
is he? Okay,
yeah,
but he's not like a really like towering striker.
Yeah, he looks wider than he is tall, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
He's so built.
Yeah, I think it was the finishing sometimes that got me a little bit worried. And I think I've judged him too much in pre-season, to be honest. Where I was watching him chase shadows a lot, and yeah, totally proved me wrong. Not just with the goal that he scored against Fulham, but also the shots he was taking on. He could have had another, which where he turned and forced Leno into a good save. So many good positions, so much good work. Really, really impressed with him.
Absolutely. And you spoke to Wolfie after the game, didn't you? Which we'll hear in due course. But he said something to the effect that I've never seen a player hit the ball as hard as he strikes it.
Yeah, when he hits it, it stays hit was
Yeah.
the line, which I really liked. And you can sense that the power he gets behind it is really impressive. The movement, yeah, the strength, as we spoke about. You've got to be quite brave to take on those kind of chances as well. Like you're coming up in a really quite high pressure environment against defenders that have been doing this for years. A lot of expectation on Ipswich to go and get a result after the first 2 games, and he comes in and does that and has the bravery. And what was it, about 10 minutes into the game, just to, yeah, I'll have a whack from 25 yards out and see if I can get it into the top left corner. So, yeah, definitely has proved me wrong so far in the early stage. And you can see exactly why Kieran McKenna was so invested to get him in, and why the club was so keen to spend what I think was about 15 million to do it, because he's already starting to prove that worth.